Right, sir. And check it what we completed there in the last session. I think few points I discussed there in the last class. So I think so we started with the differences between Java and others. Differences between Java and others that we started. So here we have to understand the points. Can you tell me what exactly the differences we completed there yesterday? Two differences we completed. What are the two differences we completed? First one is what? C and C++ are what? C and C++ are static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Okay. Can you tell me why C and C++ are static programming languages and Java is a dynamic programming language? Can you tell me what is the reason for it? What is the reason for it? Now tell me. In C and C++, memory allocation will be provided at what time? Compilation time. At what time? Compilation time. So because of that reason, C and C++ are static programming languages. But in the case of Java, memory will be allocated for the primitive data types at what time? At runtime, not at compilation time. So Java is what? A dynamic programming language. Clear or not? Fine. That is the reason why C and C++ are static and Java is what? Dynamic programming language. This is one point here we understood clear. Then what is the second difference we discussed already? Now tell me, preprocessor is required in C and C++, but preprocessor does not required in Java. Does not required in Java. Okay, fine. Already we understood this point clearly and yesterday in effective mode. In the clear-cut information I given. At least two minutes. I want to give review of this one. By that we are able to understand clear. Now, what is the location of the preprocessor, guys? In the yesterday I shown that in the location of the preprocessor. Now tell me, in a compilation, preprocessor is available. If you observe the diagram, the total diagram, first source code .c file, next compilation .exe file, execution, output. In a compilation, if you elaborate, four phases are available in compilation. First one is preprocessor, next one is compiler, and the next one is what? Assembler. Next one is loader link editor. Again, if we elaborate this compiler, nearly 6 phases are available. What are the 6 phases inside the compiler? Lexical analysis phase, syntax analysis phase, semantic analysis phase, intermediate code generation, code optimization, then code generation. So finally, we fix the point. Location of the preprocessor is the part of the compilation. Location of the preprocessor is the part of the compilation that we understood. Then after that, what is the job of the preprocessor actually? What is the job of the preprocessor? Right. Wait. Come. One small request from my side, guys, to all of you. Very small request. Whenever you are coming inside the class, don't take any permission from me. Always welcome. Even the last 5 minutes of class also, if you want to come inside the class, I feel very happy. You can come directly without taking any permission. No permission is required. But you don't have any right to leave from the class in the middle. At the end of the class only, you have to leave from my class. Otherwise, I'll be standing at the gate only, in front of gate only. I will ask proper reason. If you give exact reasons, perfect reason, then I will allow. Like, what are the reasons? No, for example, if your girlfriend is waiting in outside, it's a family problem. Definitely, I have to allow. Understand it now? Otherwise, some reasons, some stupid reasons like head pain, stomach pain, leg pain. No, don't worry. If you give such type of reasons, one of my brother is working with the Prime Hospital space backside of this building. If it is a leg pain, I will remove leg. Head pain, I'll remove head. Then you can learn Java perfectly. So don't have such type of stupid reasons. So always no need to take any permission. Come inside the class directly. I feel very happy if you are coming to the class without taking my permission. I feel very happy. You are standing there and you are asking to me, sir, can I come inside? Can I come inside? I feel like it's a school. No, it is not at all school, right? Fine. This is your premises. You can come at any time, but don't have any right to leave from the class in the middle. Okay? Fine. Follow this every day. Right, sir. And one more thing before starting this content, I think today, I think so there is a speciality, right? Am I right? Is there any special today? Huh? Yeah, I think so might be at our schools, might be there are some slogans, right? Matru Devo Bhava. Next, what is it? Pitru Devo Bhava. Then, come again? I'm not getting clearly. Come again? Thank you. This is a wish from your side about gurus, right? Acharya Devo Bhava, right? Guru Purnami today. Huh? Right, sir. Coming to the point, Kiran. So preprocessor is required in C and C++, but a preprocessor does not required in Java. You know already reasons for it. You understood the location of the preprocessor is in a compilation. Then what is the job of the preprocessor? If you want to understand that, I have given some background story. What was that background story I given there? Very simple. In C and C++, the complete predefined library is existed in the form of which files no? Come on, which files no? Header files. Can you tell me some examples for header files no? stdio.h. Next one is what? conio.h. Next one is what? math.h and so on and so on and so on. So many. But if you want to use this predefined library in C and C++ programs, we have to include these header files to C and C++ programs. If we want to include these header files in C and C++ programs, where we have to use one statement. Which statement here we have to use? Come on, hash include statement. Hash include stdio.h, and next one is like what now? Hash include conio.h. Then after that, what next one here? Hash include, what next one here? Math.h. Already we understood yesterday. Just I'm repeating that. Okay, fine. Then what next one here? I've written a C program. Inside my C program, I included all these hash include statements. And then after that, I'm trying to compile my program. As part of the compilation, what a preprocessor will do. What exactly the work done by preprocessor? Very simple. Now tell me, what is the job of the preprocessor? Preprocessor will recognize all these hash include statements. Preprocessor will take all the header files names. Preprocessor will go to the C software. Inside the C software, preprocessor will check whether these header files are exist or not existed. If they are not available, error will be raised. If they are available, preprocessor will take these header files. Preprocessor will load all these header files content to the memory. Now predefined library is loaded to the memory or not? Predefined library is loaded to the memory at what time? At a compilation time or at runtime? Compilation time here. So this type of loading is called as what? Static loading. Everybody has to respond for me. Static loading. Understand it now. Okay. In case of C and C++, the main job of the preprocessor is to recognize all hash include statements and to load all the specified data files content to the memory. That is loading predefined library to the memory. That is called as like what now? Static loading. That is the job of the preprocessor. But if we come for Java, in the case of Java, preprocessor is not required. Why it is not required? If you have to this points here, a bit back if you have to this, no? In the case of Java, the complete predefined library is provided in the form of what? In the form of what? Packages. In the form of what? Packages. Tell me guys, then what is this pack? Can you tell me some examples for packages, no? What are the examples for packages, no? Java.io, Java.util. Then what next one? Java.sql and so on and so on and so on. So many packages here. Understand my point or not? Simply speaking, you may ask one question to me, sir, tell me what is a package? What is the meaning of package? In the sense, nothing. Package is a collection of classes and interfaces. That's it. Package is what? collection of classes and interfaces. Just remember, that's it. Terminology I'm telling to you. Next one, if you want to include predefined library in Java program, then we have to include these packages inside the Java program. To include packages inside the Java program, we are going to use a separate statement in Java. Can you tell me what is the statement in Java? Come on, tell me what is the statement we have to use? Is that a hash include or import? Import statement we have to use. What is this import statement? Import java.io.star, then import java.util.star. Then what next one? Import java.sql.star. I have a doubt, sir. Can you tell me what is this star actually? All classes and interfaces of java.io package are available to the present Java program. Similarly, all classes and interface of java.util package are available to present Java program. Similarly, all classes and interfaces of java.sql package are available to present Java program. That's it. That's the point here we can understand clearly. Then after that, okay, fine. I've written a Java program. You know already preprocessor is not available in Java. Why it is not available in Java? That I'm discussing there. I've written a Java program. Inside the Java program, I specified these many import statements. Now I'm compiling my Java program. When we compile our Java program, what is the job of the compiler? When we compile in Java program, what is the job of the compiler? First, compiler will recognize all import statements. Compiler will take all the package names what we specified here. Compiler will go to Java software, where compiler will check whether these packages are existed or not existed. If not existed, error will be raised. If they are existed, compiler will not raise any error. But remember, at the same time, compiler will not load any package content to the memory. In Java, the purpose of the compiler is to check whether the specified packages are existed or not existed. Compiler is not responsible for loading any predefined library. Difference we have to understand. In C and C++, preprocessor will load predefined library to the memory, part of the compilation. But in the case of Java, compiler is not responsible for loading any predefined library to the memory, even though they are existed. Even though they are available, but compiler is not responsible for loading predefined library to the memory. Compiler is responsible for checking whether these predefined libraries are existed or not existed. That's it. Not existed, it will raise an error. If they are existed, no error will be raised. That's it. But in Java, who will load predefined library to the memory? Who will load the required classes and interface of the packages? No, JVM. Who will load that? JVM. At what time JVM? Compilation time or at runtime? No, runtime only, not at compilation time. At runtime only, they are going to be loaded. So at runtime, if predefined library is loaded, then such type of loading is called as what? Static loading or dynamic loading? Dynamic loading. The type of loading is called as what? Dynamic loading. Now tell me, static loading is followed by C and C++. Then dynamic loading is followed by Java. Java is following what? Dynamic loading. C and C++ are following what? Static loading. Now coming to the conclusion, in case of C and C++, preprocessor is required to execute hash include statements in order to load predefined library to the memory. But in the case of Java, preprocessor is not required. Why it is not required now? In Java, hash include statements are not available. Why hash include statements are not available in Java? In Java, header files are not available. So if header files are not available, what things are available in Java? Packages are available with the full of classes and interfaces. Because of this reason, preprocessor is not required in the case of Java, but preprocessor is required in the case of what? C and C++. Then immediately I give in one important interview question to you guys. What was that important interview question I given there? Can you tell me what are the differences between hash include statement and import statement? Nearly 4 or 5 differences are given. Am I right or not? Can you tell me what is the first difference there? Hash include statement is available in which language? C and C++. Import statements are available in Java. That's very clear. Next one is second point. What a hash include statement will do? Hash include statement is able to include the predefined library which is available in the form of header files. Import statements are able to include the predefined library which are available in the form of packages. That's fine. Next one, hash include statements are supporting which type of loading? Static loading. Import statements are supporting which type of loading? Dynamic loading. That's my point here. If you want to include multiple header files now, multiple hash include statements we have to write. But in the case of Java, if you want to include more than one class or more than one interface of the same package, only one import statement is sufficient. But if you want to write multiple classes and multiple interfaces from multiple packages, no, multiple import statements we have to write. Yes, sir. All of you are getting my points clearly or not? All right, sir. That's it. Now, this is what exactly the content here we covered. So, up to yesterday, these points we understood. Okay, don't worry for that. Even if any of you are new today, don't worry. Forget about that yesterday's content. Now, put concentration from today onwards. You will understand clearly. Right. The third difference, one more very important difference today I'm going to teach to you. Everybody has to be alert about this particular topic. Number of interviews will ask questions on this particular one also. So everybody has to put more concentration. Right, sir. The third one is like what now? Pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. Right, sir? Pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. Right, sir? Some people might be asked about this one. Sir, JVM is doing some work. JVM is executing our Java programs. That's okay. Can you tell me inside the JVM also which one is taking the responsibility to execute our Java programs? Some question is asked by somebody else. Answer is very clear. In JVM, so many components are available. Out of these components, one component is mainly responsible for execution of the Java program. What is that component? No, interpreter. An interpreter inside the JVM is responsible for executing our Java code. Two questions. If you want to run any Java program, we need Java software. Inside the Java software, who will execute Java program? JVM. Inside the JVM, who will execute Java programs? No, an interpreter. In the future, we are going to have a concept like JVM architecture. In JVM architecture, I will discuss each and every component effectively. Nearly 4 to 5 hours of time we are going to put for only JVM architecture. On one Sunday, I will take one small workshop about the JVM architecture. I will complete the JVM architecture on that particular day. So there we are able to have some discussion. Don't worry for that. But time being, we have to put concentration on this particular topic. Okay, good guys. Next one. Pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. Before understanding this statement, before thinking whether pointers are available or not available in C, C++, Java, before that, first of all, tell me, sir, what is a pointer? I need to understand what is a pointer. I don't know anything about this C and C++. Can you tell me what is this pointer? Wait. Okay, this is my question. Answer will be very simple. Now try to understand it. Let me give one small definition for it. All of you up to this point here. Pointer is a variable. What is that? Pointer is a variable. What it able to do? In general, variables are able to store data. Am I right or not? In general, variables are able to store what? Data. Int envo is equal to 111. Here variable is what? Envo is a variable. Here the data is what? 111 is the data. So normal data will be stored inside the variables. Variables are able to store data. Okay, this is normal variable. What I'm telling there. But here I'm telling the pointer is a variable. Pointer is also a variable. But what it able to store? It able to store address locations of the data structures. Address locations of the data structure. Data structure in the sense, don't think too much about it. It is a Block of memory where data will be stored. Data structure in the sense is a block of memory where data will be stored. Pointer is a variable, it able to store address locations of the data structures where the data structures may be a variable, data structure may be a variable or an array, understand my point here, or an array, okay, or apart from this array, or maybe what next one, or another pointer variable, another pointer variable, that's it, and so on and so on and so on. Now, up to this point clearly, good information is available, very good information is existed here. Understand this clearly. Pointer is a variable. It able to store address locations of the data structures where the data structures may be a variable or an array or another pointer variable. The pointer variable is storing something. That is also a data structure. Anything which stores inside the memory is nothing but some simple data structure. Everybody has to understand this point clearly. Okay, fine. Sir, definition point of view, okay. Understood this definition, that's okay. But I want to get more clarity. Some diagrammatic representation if you provide, then I can understand perfectly. Yes, ready for that? Right, let us check this one. I will give one diagram, simple diagram to all of you guys. Now try to observe this clearly. Right, sir. For example, I have an intersection, same intersection. What is that intersection here? Int A is equal to 10. This is my intersection. Int A is equal to 10. Okay, int A is equal to 10. When we compile this intersection, int A is equal to 10. When we compile this intersection, then what will happen? What compiler will do? Observe carefully. What compiler will do actually? First compiler, by seeing int, by seeing the data type, integer is a data type, by seeing that integer, compiler will provide 2 bytes of memory for integer. Compiler will provide how many bytes of memory for integer? 2 bytes of memory for integer. All of you have to this clearly. So here 2 bytes of memory will be provided. This is 2 bytes of memory. Let's assume 2 bytes of memory. Okay, fine. Next one, whenever 2 bytes of memory is allocated, immediately its a starting address location is available or not. For every memory point, definitely there should be an address. For every bit, there should be an address. Am I right or not? Let's assume it, address location would be 1010. Answer my point here. 1010 is what? Address location of that memory. Okay, fine. Then that memory will be, sorry, wait a minute of time, sir. Let me once again, let me give clarity on this. Just normal variable I declared here. Let me declare that pointer variable, then our concept will be very clear. Now, int star p, I think so, int star p is equal to int star p, then p is equal to amp percentage a. Guys, I'm not good at C programming language. Tell me if I'm wrong, just correct me. Is that statement is okay or not? Is that pointer variable declaration or not? Yes? Okay, right. This statement is sufficient for me. Let's observe this clearly. When compiler encounter the statement int A is equal to 10, immediately what will happen here? 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. These are the 2 bytes of memory that is allocated, and its starting address location would be like what now? 1010. Am I right or not? Okay, fine. And its variable name is what? A is a variable name. And what is the data here now? What is the data here? Data would be 10. This will be happen when a compiler encounter this intersection. It will be happen. First, immediately 2 bytes of memory on the base of integer. 2 bytes of memory will be allocated. Its address location would be 1010. Variable name is what? Memory address location. Memory name is what? A. Inside this A, what data will be stored here? 10. 10 is the data will be stored. This is happened when compiler encounter this particular statement. Next one, when a compiler encounter next statement int star p, int p in the sense integer variable, but int star p, the star represents what? What is that? No, pointer variable. P is what? Pointer variable. Then immediately here what I am telling there, P variable is available. For this P variable, some memory will be allocated. For all address locations, maintenance point of view, some memory will be allocated. Okay, here for P also some memory will be allocated. That's okay, fine. And when a compiler encounters this intersection, what is that intersection here? P is equal to, of course, star P is equal to %A. Star P is equal to %A. If we provide this one, star P is equal to %A. If we provide this, first %A. What is this %A? Address of the A. Address of the A. What is that address of A? 1010. That is address of A. Okay, here we can understand clearly like what? No, 1010. That will be stored inside the P variable. Now P is a pointer variable which stores the address location of the A. A is a variable which has the data 10, that is 10. So physically what it is showing there, P variable is referring a block of memory or not? P variable is referring a block of memory or not? Come on guys, you have to answer for my question. P variable is referring a block of memory or not? That's it. This is what exactly the meaning of like what? Na pointer variable. Tell me from this diagram also you can answer for my question. No, what is pointer variable? Pointer is a variable. It able to refer or it able to store address locations of the data structures like or maybe where the address locations of the data structures, where the data structures may be a variable or maybe an array or maybe another pointer variable. This is what exactly the definition of the pointer, and example here I given clearly. Up to now, all of you are okay now? All of you are okay? Now coming to the point, why pointer variables are required in C and C++, why pointer variables are not available in Java. This point here we have to understand. Why pointer variables are required in C and C++ and why pointer variables are not available in Java. I will give some reasons. After that I will explain each and every one. Try to understand this clear. Point number one. Pointer variables are very much suitable in static programming languages. They are not suitable in dynamic programming languages. Please consider my statement. Pointer variables are very much suitable in which programming languages? No, static programming languages. Pointer variables are not suitable in dynamic programming languages. Why, sir? Why? How can you say like this point here? How can you say specify this particular point now? Answer is very simple. Try to understand it. Pointer variables are recognized and executed by whom? Compiler or not? Pointer variables are recognized and allocated by whom? Compiler or not? That means memory allocation must be done at compilation time or at runtime. For pointer variables, memory allocation must be done by compiler at a compilation time only. Tell me. Now tell me, C and C++ are what? Static programming languages where memory allocation is going on at what time? Compilation time. So pointer variables are suitable in C and C++ or not? Come on guys, you have to answer for my question. Logically you have to think about it. Pointer variables are recognized by compiler, allocated by compiler. Memory allocation could be done by compiler. That is static programming languages, static time. Okay, C and C++ are what? Static programming languages only. In C and C++, memory will be allocated compilation time only. For pointer variables also, memory must be required to be allocated at what time? Compilation time only. So compatible or not? Pointers are suitable inside the C and C++ or not? Come on, but Java is what now? Tell me. Dynamic programming language. In a dynamic programming language, memory will be allocated at what time? At runtime or at compilation time? At runtime. Memory will be allocated for might be in case of dynamic programming languages, memory will be allocated at runtime. When memory is allocating at runtime, is there any chance for pointers to have memory allocation at runtime? Is there any chance for pointers to exist in Java? Understand my concept here. In Java, dynamic memory allocation is going on, but pointers required what? Static memory allocation. Because of that reason, pointer variables are very much suitable in C and C++, but pointer variables are not suitable in Java. Yes, come on, all of you are getting clarity on my point here? No response. Some faces are still question mark. Yes, I'll repeat one more time. I can see it. By seeing your face, I can understand your status now. Nothing. Simple statement. C and C++ are following static memory allocation. Java is following dynamic memory allocation. Point is clear? Okay. In general, pointers required static memory allocation. Pointers are not required dynamic memory allocation. If you understand the statement, now tell me in which languages pointers are much suitable? C and C++, because C and C++ is following static memory allocation, but Java is following dynamic memory allocation. Because of this reason also we can understand pointers are suitable in C and C++, pointers are not suitable in Java. Now clear? Simple statements, not more than that. Okay, fine, leave this one. This is point number one. Point number two, guys, all of you observe carefully. Point number two, pointer variables are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages. Which programming languages? No, platform dependent programming languages. But pointer variables are not suitable in platform independent programming languages. Sir, can you tell me what is platform dependent and what is platform independent? Of course, in the next difference, I will talk about this one, but little bit I'm telling to you, try to understand it now. Listen, all of you clearly understand it. If any programming language allows both compilation and execution on the same operating system, not on different operating systems, compilation and execution must be performed on the same operating system, not on multiple operating systems. Not possible to perform compilation in one operating system and execution in another operating system. Not possible. Both must be performed in the same operating system. Then that programming language is called as what? Platform dependent. Compilation and execution must be performed on the same operating system. Then it is what? Platform dependent programming language. If any programming language allows compilation is in one operating system, execution is in another operating system. If any programming language allows compilation is in one operating system and execution is in another operating system, then that programming language is called as platform independent programming language. Guys, all of you are getting my point? Of course, in the next difference, I can talk about the same point here, but here itself we have to understand the difference now. Now tell me, what is platform dependent programming language? If both the compilation and execution on the same operating system, then it is called as what? Platform dependent programming language. What is platform independent programming language now? Which allows compilation in one operating system and execution in another operating system. Then the programming language is what? Platform independent programming language. Examples for platform dependent programming languages: C and C++. Examples for platform independent programming language is what? Java. Sufficient. That statements are sufficient. Now coming to our discussion here. Pointers are very much suitable in platform dependent programming languages. But platform, that means pointers are not suitable in platform independent programming languages. Come again. What is the statement I said to you? Pointers are suitable in platform dependent programming languages, but pointers are not suitable in platform independent programming language. How, sir? Can you give some clarity on it? Platform dependent programming languages, in the sense compilation and execution must be on the same operating system. Assume clearly. For example, if I use pointers in my program, if it is a platform dependent programming language, when I compile my program, memory will be allocated for pointer variables at compilation time or not? Okay, memory locations and everything are fixed. Execution is going on the same mission, so memory wise no conflicts will come, memory wise no problems will come at runtime if it is on the same operating system. If execution is going on the same operating system, whatever the memory locations are provided for pointer variables by the compiler, the same memory locations will be utilized at runtime. So we will not get any memory leakage or memory kind of problems if it is platform dependent programming language. Getting my point or not? If it is platform independent programming language, what will happen now? Tell me. I prepare a Java program. Assume it. 2 minutes of time, pointers are available in Java. Assume it. I prepared a Java program where pointers are available. I compiled that program in Windows operating system. In one computer in Windows operating system, I compiled my program. At compilation time, memory is allocated for pointer variable. Same program I'm trying to execute in another machine on another operating system. Do you have any guarantee same memory locations are allowed for the pointer variables in other operating system in another machine? Compilation is available at one machine where pointer variables are getting memory allocation. But if you execute the same program in another operating system, on another system, do you have any guarantee same memory locations are available for pointer variables? Is it possible? Where some memory problems are coming or not? Where some memory wise problems are coming or not? Because of this reason, what is the conclusion here I specified here? Pointer variables are very much suitable in C and C++. That means which programming languages? Platform dependent programming languages. But pointers are not suitable. Pointers are not suitable in which programming languages? So now dynamic, that means a platform independent programming languages. Because of this reason, pointers are not suitable in the case of Java. Guys, all of you are following my points or not? Points are clear or not? Now tell me, nearly 3 points are given, sir, as of now, up to now. Why pointers are not required in Java? Why pointers are exist in C and C++? 3 points are given. First point number 1, pointers require static memory allocation, right? C and C++ are following static memory allocation, but Java does not follow static memory allocation. But pointers require static memory allocation. So pointers are suitable in C and C++. They are not suitable in Java. Point number 2, pointers are supported by static programming languages. Pointers are not supported by dynamic programming languages. So C and C++ are static programming languages. Java is a dynamic programming language. Next one, another point. Pointers are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages, which are not suitable in the platform independent programming languages. C and C++ are what? Platform dependent programming languages. Java is what? Platform independent programming language. Because of this reason, pointers are existed in C and C++. Pointers are not existed in Java programming language. Yes, is that point is clear or not? Okay, because of these many reasons, we can conclude that pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. After giving this much of clarity, still one question is available. One question is coming. Listen, what is that question I'm telling to you? All of you listen carefully. Right, sir. Now the topic is very much serious. Everybody has to put more concentration about this particular one. Everybody put more concentration. Next half an hour of time, concepts will be very, very important and very much tough. Somewhat internals of Java I'm going to talk, but in a simplified way. But everybody has to put concentration. So here my question is, tell me in C and C++, a variable, this is what variable? P, pointer variable. A variable is referring a block of memory. A variable is referring a block of memory. So this variable is called as pointer variable. Am I right or not? In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. That's why this variable is called as what? Pointer variable. That we understood. Similarly, in the case of Java, what happened? In the case of Java also, listen carefully. For example, in Java, programming is going on with classes and interfaces. Am I right or not? In Java, we are going to write the programs in the form of classes. Every program should have minimum one class, main class. So class is available. Whenever we have written classes, there we have to create the objects. A small a is equal to new a. The statement is for what? Object creation statement. Am I right or not? This is for what? Object creation statement. When we execute this particular statement, listen carefully. When we execute this particular statement here, what is going to be happen? What is going to be happen? A block of memory will be created. This is block of memory. A block of memory will be created. That block of memory is referred by a variable a. This block of memory is referred by a variable a. Observe guys, what I am telling you now. In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. So that variable is called as a pointer variable. Similarly, in Java, when we create a class, when we create an object for the respective class, there also a block of memory will be created. That block of memory will be referred by a variable. A block of memory will be referred by a variable. So here my question is, in C and C++, whatever the topic which is about pointers existed, similar to that, in Java also the same concept is available. In Java also, when we create an object, a variable is referring a block of memory. A variable is referring a block of memory. So why don't we call it is a pointer variable? And how can you say pointers are not existed in Java? Definitely, interviewer will ask this question. Yes, sir. All of you are getting my question? No response. Why, sir? Why people are not active today? Is because of my face? But my face is very good, right? Very much beautiful, right? Everybody likes my face. I don't know what is the reason for it. But you, the people, you are not interested about my face. No? So, of course, my face is good or bad, leave it now. But at least we have to look at that screen, right? Look at that screen and put concentration. Still, some people are sleeping. Still, the problem is, the problem is, the problem is not with any other person, sir. The problem is with only WhatsApp. Up to midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, people are doing chatting. When they are coming to the class, in my class, they are sleeping. No? It's a common problem. Right. Don't sleep inside the class. Very, very important topic I'm talking now. Of course, my online people situation is totally different. I'm unable to see them, right? But I have a software to hack their systems and I can see their faces also. But it is visible. If I open that, it will be visible in screen. That's why I don't want to open it. For my online people also, what they are doing, I can see their faces, and what they are able to do, I can see everything. I have a software for that, but I can't see that. I can't do that. What they are doing, I will give one example. Online class are how much they are flexible. I can give one example. Not required to come to the offline classes at their home, inside the bedroom, on a double cot bed, by laying on the bed, on their stomach, laptop is available, and their in might be back side of their head one what is that, no, pillow, right? And the position is totally different. And by laying on bed, they are watching my class now. Yes, sir. Am I right or not? Online people are very much active. Huh? Right, sir. Good. Anyway, whatever it may be. So the point is what? Here the question is what? In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. That's why that variable is called as pointer variable. Similarly, in Java, when we create an object in the sense block of memory only, not any other one. In case of Java, when we create an object, here also a variable is referring a block of memory. So why don't we call it as a pointer variable? How can you say pointers are not available in Java? This is my question, clear-cut question, guys. Understand this clearly. So now tell me, what about your opinion? Pointers are available in Java or not available in Java? Come on, exist in Java or not exist in Java? But this is a proof I'm saying that when we create an object, a variable is referring a block of memory. When a variable is referring a block of memory, then we have to call that variable is what? What? Pointer variable only. But how can you say pointers are not available in Java? The question is there or not? The possibility to ask this particular question by the interviewer or not? I'm not asking answer from you. I'm asking you the question you recognize or not. Right. Now we have to answer for it. In Java, when we create an object, a variable is referring a block of memory. So I want to call that variable. That variable is reference variable. What is that variable, sir? That variable is what? Reference variable. Am I right or not? Reference variable. In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory. That variable is a pointer variable. But here the question is, are these pointer variable and reference variables are same or not? If they are same, you have to agree pointers are available in Java. If they are not same, then we can conclude that pointers are restricted up to C and C++. Pointers are not available in Java. That is the conclusion, simple conclusion. But if you want to come for this conclusion, what we have to understand, what exactly the meaning of reference variable in Java. What is the pointer variable? We understood clearly. A variable which stores address location of another variable is called as pointer variable, that we understood. But so far we are not understand anything about reference variable. What exactly this reference variable, we are not aware. If you understand what is reference variable, if you understand what exactly the meaning of reference variable, then it's okay. We can identify, we can conclude pointers and reference variables are both are same. Then if you understand clearly this content here, we can conclude either both are same or both are not same. By that we can give the conclusion. Sir, are you following my point or not? That approach I am telling there. So now we have to understand what is reference variable. What exactly the meaning of reference variable. Okay. Please, all of you, next 5 to 10 minutes of time, put more concentration. Internals of Java I'm talking now, put more concentration. Can I start now? Can I start now? All of you, please say one more time. Can I start now? Acharya Devo Bhava today, right? Right. Come on. Guys, now up to this clearly. I'm going to write again the same scenario. Now try to understand this. Here I'm going to have class A. Class A. Okay. For this class A, I have to create an object. Am I right or not? I have to create an object. A small a is equal to new A. The statement is creating objects. Class name variable is equal to new. Then A constructor. Last one is what? A constructor. This is constructor actually. Okay. Anyway, the statement is totally for what purpose? No, object creation statement. The statement is totally what? Object creation statement. Clear? One more point. Object is a block of memory. Am I right or not? Object is what? Block of memory. Object is what? Block of memory. So I need block of memory or not? So if you want to create an object, first of all, we require a memory or not? Okay. In Java, one type of memory here we are going to use. The type of memory is called as heap memory. Come on, guys. In Java, which type of memory will be used? Heap memory. Heap memory is such a dynamic memory. Heap memory is what? A dynamic memory. What is the meaning of dynamic memory? What is the meaning of dynamic memory? Memory will be allocated at what time? Runtime, not at compilation time. Try to understand the links now. Right. Java is using which type of memory? Heap memory. Heap memory is an example for which type of memory? Dynamic memory. Dynamic memory in the sense which allocates memory at what time? Runtime. Remember these points now. Okay, sir. Good. This is heap memory. But to allocate memory blocks for the requirement to allocate memory and to deallocate memory, definitely one person is required or not? One person is required to assign memory to deallocate memory. For all the things, one person is required or not? Right. In the same way, for heap memory, one person is existed in Java to control this total heap memory. Who is this person now? Who is this person actually? This person name is Heap Manager. Who is this person? No, Heap Manager. What is this person's job actually? He able to allocate the memory. Required block of memory will be allocated by this person, and required block of memory will be deallocated by the same person. Allocating and deallocating memory as per the program requirement. That could be done by Heap Manager. Clear or not? No response. Still my story was not started. Just I'm introducing characters. Memory manager, that means heap memory manager is one character. Memory is one character. Okay. Class is available and instruction object creation statement I have written. Now tell me guys, who will execute Java programs? Tell me who will execute Java programs? JVM. JVM will execute Java programs. Inside the JVM, who will execute Java program? Inside the JVM, who will execute Java program? An interpreter. Okay. Interpreter level is not required. Just so you can simply understand JVM. Who is executing Java program? No, JVM. That's okay. Now this is JVM. Understand it? JVM. JVM is the main component inside the Java. who is taking the responsibility of executing our Java programs. Up to that clear? Okay, now I'm going to start flow of execution. Everybody understand this one. Everybody has to understand this, what I'm telling now. When JVM encounter this intersection, when JVM executes this intersection, when JVM encounter this intersection, especially new keyword, especially which keyword? New keyword. Immediately, JVM will ask to heap manager. Immediately, JVM asks to heap manager, I require an object. For that object, please assign some block of memory. When JVM encounter new keyword, immediately what JVM will do? JVM will request to the heap manager about to create an object. Creating an object in the sense creating a block of memory, assign a block of memory. Okay. Then heap manager understood the requirement of JVM. How much bytes of memory is not required, sir? How many bytes of memory is depending on the data types, variables which we declared inside the class. Later on I will discuss about it. First JVM request to the heap manager. Heap manager again asks to JVM how much memory is required. JVM will calculate that memory block requirement and everything. Then give that final quotation to the heap manager. Internally it's going on, not required now. Simply we have to understand JVM requests the heap manager about to create an object. With how much memory we will discuss later on. We need some more concepts in Java, then only we can understand now. But as of now, JVM request a heap manager. That point is sufficient. Then heap manager will create a block of memory. Heap manager will create a block of memory. Inside what? Heap memory. Understand my point here? Heap manager will create a block of memory. Simply speaking, this block of memory is called as what? An object. Inside the heap memory, this block of memory is called as what? Object. Get my point or not? Listen carefully. In heap memory, throughout the Java programs, how many objects are creating? Is that only one object or multiple objects? So many objects we can create. And throughout my Java program, maybe hundreds of objects I may create. So finally, in the heap memory, multiple objects are going to be available or not? Come on, sir. Your response is important now. Multiple objects are available. But how heap manager will identify each and every object? How heap manager will recognize each and every object? Means that each and every object means that 1 minute, 1 minute. Right, sir. Good. Now tell me where we are now, what we are discussing here. So heap manager is creating a block of memory that is called as an object. So multiple objects might be existed inside the heap memory, but each and every object must have some identity or not. Heap manager has to recognize each and every object separately in order to store data, in order to retrieve the data, in order to create or in order to deallocate. So it requires some identity for each and every object. So definitely for this object also some identity must be required. For this object also some identity must be required or not? Definitely some identity must be required even for this object also. Understand this point here. So what is that identity for this object? No, heap manager will provide an identity for this particular object. Heap manager will provide an identity for this object. Say for example 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 is an identity number for this object. This number, whatever the number which is assigned by heap manager for this object. That number is called as what? No, hash code. That number is called as what? Come on, guys. That number is called as what? Hash code. It is a random integer number. What is that? A random integer number created by heap manager at memory level. Have I specified any address locations here? Come on, have I specified any address location? No, address locations are not available here up to now. The block of memory is created. Of course, it has its own address location, but that is not required. No, for this object, one unique identity is provided by heap manager. That unique identity is called as what? Hash code of the object. Hash code is an integer number provided by heap manager. It can be used to identify the objects uniquely. Hash code is an unique identity for each and every object at memory level. Then immediately heap manager has taken this particular hash code, and heap manager will take this hash code. After taking this hash code by heap manager will send the total hash code to JVM. Heap manager will send that hash code to JVM. Now JVM is taking hash code value. What is that hash code value actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That value would be given to the JVM. Heap manager has submitted the hash code value to JVM. I created an object whose identity is this particular number. Take this number. But now tell me, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is a hash code. This hash code is an identity for the object at memory level or not? That hash code is an identity at a memory level or not? Then immediately JVM don't like that memory level identifications. JVM required programmatic identification. JVM required programmatic identification. That means Java specified identification is required. Then immediately what JVM is doing there? JVM is converting this hash code into its hexadecimal form. JVM is converting its hash code into hexadecimal form. Say for example, AB56 is a hexadecimal form of this particular hash code. That hash code value would be converted to hexadecimal form. All of you get my point or not? Hash code is prepared at memory level, that was given to the JVM. Now JVM is converting that hash code into its hexadecimal form. Hexadecimal form of a hash code is called as reference value of an object. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as like what? No, reference value of an object. Reference value of an object. Whenever reference value was created by JVM, that reference value will be assigned to a variable. That reference value will be assigned to a variable. The variable which holds a reference value, is called as a reference variable. That variable is called as what? A reference variable. Guys, all of you are getting clarity on this? Hash code will be generated by heap manager. Heap manager will send that hash code value to whom? JVM. JVM is converting that hash code into hexadecimal form. Hexadecimal form of hash code is called as what? Reference value. That reference value will be assigned to a variable. That variable is called as what? A reference variable. Am I right or not? Now I'm asking one question to all of you guys. Now tell me, what is reference variable? What is reference variable? Reference variable is a variable which stores reference value of the object. What is the reference value of the object? What is the reference value of the object? Hexadecimal form of hash code. Hexadecimal form of hash code. What is this hash code actually? Hash code is an unique identity in the form of random integer value provided by heap manager for each and every object. Okay, now tell me what reference variable is storing. That reference variable is storing address location or reference value of the object. Reference value of the object, not address location. What is reference value? Hexadecimal form of the hash code, not address location. Reference value is what? Hexadecimal form of hash code, not address location. What is the hash code value? Hash code is an integer value provided by Heap Manager to identify this particular object. Is a unique identity for the object. So this hash code value is not address location. Hash code is an identity for the object. So finally, reference variable is storing address locations or not storing address locations. Storing address locations or not storing address locations. Not storing address locations. That means my conclusion is, in Java, when we create an object, reference variable is referring a block of memory. That is an object. Reference variable is referring an object, but by storing what? Reference value of an object. By storing what? Reference value of an object. By storing reference value of an object, reference variable is referring a block of memory. So it is not pointer variable, it is only reference variable. But in the case of C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory by storing address location or not. So this is pointer variable. But in the case of Java, a variable is referring a block of memory by storing its reference value, not by storing address location. Got my point or not? Now tell me, pointer variable and reference variables both are same or both are different? Both are same or both are different? Both are same or both are different? Different. Both are different. So can I conclude pointer variables are exist in Java or pointer variables are not exist in Java? Pointer variables are not exist in Java. Can I conclude that one? Yes, pointer variables are not available in Java. Pointer variables are available in what? C and C++. Pointer variables are not available in Java. That's it. Now this is what actually the conclusion can be made. Yes, sir, got my point or not? But here, one interview question is coming. What exactly that interview question? Sir, I don't have time now. When the time is 10 o'clock, just give remind to me, then I'll stop the session. What's the time now? 9:30 only, right? Okay, good. 10 or 10:05 or 10:10, depending on the concept, I'll finish the session, but give some intimation to me. Right, sir? Now come for our content here. I given some conclusions today. That means about this particular topic and about this differences here. What is that interview question here we are getting there? What are the differences between pointer variable and a reference variable? This is a question. Interviewer will ask this question to you. What exactly the differences between pointer variables and the reference variable? Can you tell me? First difference is what? Pointer variables are available in which programming languages? No, C and C++. But reference variables are available in Java. That's very clear. Next one. Point number two. Pointer variables are recognized and executed by compiler at what time? Compilation time. Pointer variables are recognized and evaluated by compiler at what time? Compilation time. But reference variables are recognized and executed at what time? Runtime. At what time? Runtime here. Answer my point here. Next one. Pointer variables are supported by static programming languages, but reference variables are supported by dynamic programming languages. That's it. Simple differences. Can you tell me what are the differences here? First one is what? Pointer variables are available in C and C++, but reference variable is available in Java. Next one is pointer variables required which type of memory allocation? Static memory allocation. Reference variables required dynamic memory allocation. Next one is what? Pointer variables are recognized by compiler and compilation time, but reference variables are recognized by JVM at what time? They know runtime. Yes, sir. Got my point or not? And pointer variables are supported by static programming languages. Reference variables are supported by dynamic programming languages. Like this, number of differences are available. But overall, this is the content here what we understood about these pointers. 2 minutes of time, total view about this particular difference here. You understood clearly this point now? Just I want to have one time clarity about this total point here. Now tell me what is the title, sir? Pointers are existed in C and C++, but pointers are not existed in Java. First, what I have given? What is a pointer variable I have given? Am I right or not? Tell me what is the definition for pointer variable? Pointer is a variable. It able to store address locations of the data structures, where the data structures may be a variable or an array or another pointer variable. Clear or not? Right, sir. Next one is, then after that, okay. Then what next one here after completion of this? I given, after that I given one diagram for this pointer variable. What was the diagram for this pointer variable, sir? Now tell me. What is the diagram now? This is a diagram I given. Initially int a is equal to 10, int star p semicolon, star p is equal to ampersand a. When compiler encounter int a is equal to 10, 2 bytes of memory will be allocated, whose name is a, its address location is 1010, where 10 is the data that was stored. Then after that, when compiler encounter int star p, that is pointer variable declaration, a bit memory will be allocated. Observe carefully. Then after that, star p is equal to ampersand a if you provide. Star p is equal to ampersand if you provide. Ampersand a is what? Address location of a. That is assigned to p variable. Address location of a will be assigned to p variable 1010. So this variable is referring a block of memory. So it is called as pointer variable. That we understood. Next one I have given that. After understanding this example for pointer variable, why pointer variables are not available in Java? Why they are available in C and C++? Few points are given. Point number one. Pointer variables require static memory allocation, but Java is a dynamic programming language. It follows dynamic memory allocation, so pointers are not suitable in Java. Point number two, pointer variables are supported by static programming languages, but Java is a dynamic programming language. Pointer variables are not suitable in Java. Next one, pointer variables are very much suitable in the platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming languages, so pointer variables are not available in Java. It's got my point on it. Like this, number of points are given. So final conclusion is what? Pointer variables are not suitable in Java, but pointer variables are very much suitable in C and C++. Then immediately I given one more question. What was that question I given there? In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory, so that variable is called as pointer variable. In the case of Java also, for any class, if we create an object, for any class, if we create an object, in the case of Java, for any class, if we create an object, all of you guys understand this now. For any class, if we create an object, there also a variable is referring a block of memory. So why don't we call it as a pointer variable? How can you say pointers are not available in Java? Interview will ask this question. Of course, this total thing is available inside the materials, sir. Maybe max tomorrow materials are going to be available at our office there. We can check with that. And today we are going to prepare that materials, and tomorrow we can get that materials. Don't worry, at our office that materials are going to be available. Tomorrow we can collect it. Okay, fine. Now let's understand this. Now the question is what? In C and C++, a variable is referring a block of memory, so that variable is called as pointer variable. In Java also, when we create an object, a variable is referring a block of memory, that is an object. So why don't we call it as a pointer variable? How can you say pointer variables are not available in Java? Then these are questions here. So for that, if you want to answer for this question, you should know what exactly the meaning of reference variable in Java. To understand the reference variable in Java, I given a simple example. Class A I have taken. Inside class A, some data is available. Okay. Next one is I created an object for class A. A small a is equal to new year that I have taken. Then after in Java, one type of memory we are using. That memory is what? Heap memory. That heap memory is what? Dynamic memory. It able to allocate the memory for the objects at runtime, not at compilation time. To control this total heap memory, one person is provided. That person name is what? Heap Manager. Okay, good. Then after that, what happened there? No. When JVM executes this intersection object creation statement, immediately JVM requests to the heap manager about to create an object. Now heap manager will create an object with some size. After creating object, some identity is provided by heap manager for this object. That identity is available in the form of an integer value. That integer value is called as what? Hash code of the object. When hash code is created, that hash code was given to the JVM. Now what JVM is doing there? JVM is converting the hash code value into its hexadecimal form. Hexadecimal form of hash code is what? Reference value of the object. When reference value is created, that reference value will be given to a variable. That variable name is what? Reference variable. So if you understand the reference variable, easily we can compare with the pointer variable. Pointer is a variable which stores address location of some other block of memory. But in the case of Java, reference variable is a variable which is not storing address location of the object, which stores reference value of the object. Then what is reference value here? Hexadecimal form of hash code. Then here what is hash code here? No, hash code is an integer value provided by the heap manager to identify the objects independently, uniquely. That means hash code is an unique identification for each and every object. So hash code is not address location, reference value is not address location. So reference variable is not storing any address location. So here the conclusion is what? Reference variable is able to refer a block of memory by storing reference value of the object, not by storing any address location. So because of that reason, reference variable is different, pointer variable is different. Reference variables are not storing address locations, whereas pointer variables are able to store address location. So pointers are not suitable, not available in the case of Java. Then after that, finally, we have asked one interview question. What was that interview question we asked, sir? Now tell me, what are the differences between pointer variables and reference variables? Reference variables. This is a question, guys. We have to answer for this question. I'm telling that if you are the fresher, definitely interviewer will ask these questions to you. Yesterday I given one important interview question and today another important interview question. All right, sir. Now tell me what exactly the points here we can understand. First point, where it is available. Now tell me, sir, what is the answer for this? No, pointer variables are existed in C and C++. Whereas now tell me reference variables are existed in what? Java. That is the first point. Next one, what pointer variable is able to do, what reference variable is able to do. Understand my point here. Pointer variables are able to store, are able to refer a block of memory by storing what? Come on, by storing address locations. By storing address locations. Am I right or not? Right, sir. Pointer variables are able to refer a block of memory by storing address locations. Similarly, reference variables are able to store. Reference variables are able to refer a block of memory. Here, what is this block of memory, sir? Object. Block of memory is what? Object. By storing what? By storing reference value. By storing what? Reference value. Here I want to give a note. What is this note now? Object reference value is hexadecimal form of what? Hash code. What is hash code actually? Where hash code is an unique identity provided by Heap Manager in the form of an integer value. Right, sir. This is a point here we have to understand. Complete clarity I give him there. Next one, point number 3. All of you observe this point clearly. Pointer variables require static memory allocation. Am I right or not? Pointer variables require static memory allocation, but reference variables required what? Reference variables required what? Dynamic memory allocation. That's okay, fine. Next one is another point here. Who will recognize pointers and who will recognize reference variables? Understand my point here. Pointer variables are recognized by compiler at what time? Compilation time. But reference variables are recognized at what time? Recognized by JVM at what time? At the runtime. Like this, so many differences here we can provide. Of course, pointer variables are supported with static programming languages. Reference variables are supported by dynamic programming languages. Pointer variables are supported by static programming languages. Okay, but what next one here? Reference variables are supported by dynamic programming languages. Okay, sir. These are the differences here we have to understand. All of you clear about this? Can I go for next point here? Okay, fine. Now let's move on to the fourth difference. This point is completed. Totally the pointers related topic is completed. Next one is what? Fourth one. Listen, not required to take any notes here. I'll give material, proper material. Just recognize the concepts. So I want to be see I want to see all of you with the open mind, with a free mind. Don't have burden on your mind while listening the class. Listen carefully. Fourth point is also a very important point. Everybody has to understand it. C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, but Java is a platform independent programming language. So somewhat important points, somewhat difficult concepts I'm discussing, but this is only introduction content only. Still I'm not talking about too much depth in Java. Just it is only comparison how Java and how C and C++. Relative comparison I am providing. Don't think too much about Java immediately, and don't think why SAR is taking too much internal concepts inside the Java. No, just a comparison point of view only I am taking. But when I go for actual Java concepts where too much depth I will cover definitely. But as of now, we have to understand just as a comparison. Okay, let's understand this clearly. C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages, but Java is what? Platform independent programming language. So before understanding this statement, before understanding platform dependent and platform independent, this particular content, before that, first we have to understand what is platform dependent programming language, what is platform independent programming language. That we have to understand. Already given some statement. Tell me, what is platform dependent programming language? If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation and execution on the same operating system, not on different operating systems, then that programming language is called as what? Platform dependent programming language. For my satisfaction, please come on, once again tell me, what is platform dependent programming language? All of you, loudspeakly. If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation and execution on the same operating system, then it is called as what? Platform dependent programming language. Statement is clear or not? Quite opposite to this is what? Platform independent. What is that opposite now? If any programming language allows its applications to perform compilation in one operating system and execution in another operating system, then that programming language is called as what? Platform independent programming language. Clear or not? Just it's a definition only. Sir, can you tell me more internally how platform dependent programming language and how platform independent programming language? Okay, first of all, tell me any example for platform dependent? Any example for platform dependent programming languages? C and C++. That's fine. Any example for platform independent programming language? Platform independent programming language is what? Java. Java is an example for what? Platform independent programming language. Okay, but here my question is, how C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages and how Java is a platform independent programming language? Okay, I'm not expecting answers immediately. All of you are in a mood to listen my concepts or not. I'm checking each and every face. Can I proceed? 15 to 20 minutes of time. Are able to bear? Able to listen clearly? 15 minutes of time. I'll wind up this session. But one point here I want to discuss. How C and C++ are platform dependent. That I want to discuss with you. Are you ready? Ready? Right, sir. Good. Today is Guru Purnami, right? Perfect. Right, sir. Now, listen carefully. Everybody must be active. Everybody has to understand these points clearly. This is also one of the important points. Don't think about it, sir. Every point you are saying important point only. Fortunately, all the points are coming like that only. What I have to do? Okay, but we have to concentrate. All right, sir. Some people are already checking their watches, mobile phone watches. Don't do that. Next 15 minutes of time is mandatory for everybody. Put here. Don't leave from the class. Now I'm taking this is C program, sir. My point is what? How C and C++ are platform dependent programming languages. That point I'm trying to clarify. After that, we will understand how Java is platform independent. Okay, fine. Now this is what C program. A set of instructions are existed here inside this. Now tell me, sir, when we write C program, then immediately what we have to do? Immediately what we have to do? When we write C program, what we have to do? Compilation we have to perform or not? Then immediately we have to perform what? Compilation. Okay, now here this is what I'm telling there, compilation. Okay, compilation. Tell me guys, all of you, when we perform compilation, automatically which files we are able to get? Which file we are able to get? Dot exe file here we are able to get or not? Now this is like what? Not dot exe. Here we are able to get a dot exe file. That's nice. Then after that, whenever dot exe file is existed here, dot exe file contains low level code or not? Come on guys, low level code or not? Definitely it is a low level code. It's a low level code, mission code. Then whenever we are getting dot exe file, then immediately what we have to do now? Tell me what we have to do. Execution we have to perform or not? Execution. This is like what? No, execution. Who will perform that execution, sir? Now tell me. C engine. C engine will perform that. Now this is like what? No, execution. Execution. Who will perform this? C engine. C engine will perform this execution. Wait a minute of time. C engine. When it perform execution, then what next one here? Output we are able to get. Here we are able to get some results. Results in the sense output only. Okay. Output. This is a processor. C program, compilation, .exe file, execution, some output. To perform compilation, we need one operating system or not? To perform compilation, we need one operating system or not? Okay, here we are providing one operating system. What operating system here I want to provide there? Operating system, for example, I want to specify Windows. Okay, as per the definition I'm telling there, to execute our program again here, what we require now? An operating system is required or not? Yes, definitely here we required what? One operating system here we required. Now again, this is like what now? Windows. Observe carefully. Compilation and execution both to be performed on the same operating system or different operating system? Same operating system. So we can conclude that this is what? Platform dependent programming language. Am I right or not? For our discussion purpose, I want to change the operating system. For compilation, Windows operating system I provided. For execution, I provided what? Linux operating system. For execution, what? Linux operating system I provided. Sir, please, all of you put concentration. I'm teaching very, very important content. Don't have discussions. Okay. So I'm observing everybody clearly. Don't deviate. Don't have your discussions. Please put concentration again. Okay. Can I start now? Right. Today is Guru Purnima, right? Fine. Listen careful. So for our discussion purpose, for compilation I given Windows operating system. For execution purpose I given what? Linux operating system. Please all of you listen careful. Before going to understand the concept, one simple fundamental point. Every operating system is having a different data representation. Every operating system has its own data representation. It's a mission code and its internal conventions are totally different from one operating system to another operating system. That you have to recognize first. Okay, now coming to this point. C program I have written. I compiled C program on Windows operating system. Am I right or not? Then immediately we are getting .exe file or not? Inside the .exe file, which data is available, sir? Now tell me. Inside the .exe file, we are having some executable code or not? Executable code or not? Here, what is this executable code actually? This executable code, all of you listen carefully. Executable code in Windows representations. In which representations? No, Windows representations. This is executable code with Windows representations. Now tell me, this Windows represented executable code will be executed in a Windows operating system only. Am I right or not? Windows executable code will be executed in which operating system? Windows operating system only. It will not be executed in other operating systems. It is not compatible with other operating systems. Sir, am I right or not? Okay, now listen carefully. One more point I am telling to you. Here C engine is available on which operating system? Linux operating system. So what is its status actually? Its status is what? Which code it able to execute? So it executes, able to execute. Tell me, executable code, able to execute Linux represented executable code. As we installed C engine in Linux operating system, it able to execute only Linux represented executable code. Yes, sir. All of you understand my point or not? Now tell me, we compiled our C program on Windows operating system. Executable code is created, that is with Windows representations. If we give Windows represented executable code to the Linux operating system, is it possible for the C engine to execute Windows represented executable code in Linux operating system? Come on guys, I'm asking to you only. Is it possible for C engine to execute Windows representations in Linux operating system? Possible or not possible? Not possible. Why? Because C engine is installed on Linux operating system. It can understand only Linux represented executable code. So here difference is available or not? Difference is coming or not? So because of that reason, our C code which we compiled on Windows operating system cannot be executed on other operating systems. It can be executed in only Windows operating system. Am I right or not? So because of that reason here, what I have to do? Here I need to change my operating system or not? Here I need to change my operating system or not? What is that operating system here? We have to provide. I must provide what? I must provide what? The same Windows operating system or not? Okay. That means here also I need to be specified like what? No, same Windows operating system. Now tell me, equation is very clear. We compiled C program on Windows operating system. What we are getting there? .exe file. The .exe file is generated with the Windows representations or not? Now we are trying to execute Windows represented executable code on which operating system now? Windows operating system. Now the program will be executed or not? Now program is executed or not? So this is the reason why C and C++ are which type of programming languages? Come on, C and C++ are which type of programming languages? Platform dependent programming languages. Because of this reason, C and C++ are what? Platform dependent programming languages. Have understood why C and C++ are platform dependent? Now tell me, what is platform independent programming language? Definition I'm asking there. Example is okay. What is platform independent programming language? If any programming language allows its applications to perform, compilation is on one operating system and execution is on another operating system, then that application is called as what? Platform independent programming language. But how Java is platform independent programming language? That is my question. Example is Java, that you know. But how Java is platform independent, we understood already. C and C++ are platform dependent. Why? Because this reason, because of this reason. Similarly, how Java is platform independent programming language. So you want to know that? Are you ready to understand how Java is platform independent programming language? No response, guys. Yes, can I move now? Today is Guru Purnima, right? So tomorrow I will discuss about the Java and its platform independent programming language. People are not believing. I'll discuss about the topic on tomorrow. Java is platform independent programming language. It allows compilation is on one operating system and execution is on another operating system. Am I right or not? So all of you ready to understand that point? That's why I want to take it on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll meet. Don't hurry for it. I need to talk somewhat internals now. Time may not be sufficient. Don't worry. Up to this is sufficient. And tomorrow we are going to understand how Java is platform independent program. See, understand my point here. Definitely, it is very important topic. Everybody has to understand that. Okay. So have some curiosity and come for the class tomorrow with a great intention. Then you'll understand everything. Don't miss the tomorrow's class. I'll give one conclusion. I will introduce JVM tomorrow. What is the role of the JVM? Why JVM is coming into the picture? Everything I will discuss on tomorrow. Don't miss the tomorrow's class. If you want to miss the tomorrow's class, better to stop my classes. I'm sure about it. If you want to miss the tomorrow's class, now better to stop my total classes. Don't join with my batch. Come tomorrow, then join for it. Understand what I'm telling there? If you miss tomorrow's class, not necessary to understand the remaining classes. That much of importance is available for tomorrow's class. Don't miss. If you have any other programs on tomorrow, if you want to go outside along with your girlfriend, postpone it. More than your girlfriend, this class is important tomorrow. Yes, sir. People are not responding. All are disappointed. Huh? Right. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Yeah, full stack batch and not decided, sir. Then try to join with core Java. Then I will take decision maybe within few days. Then after that, I'll include you also in full stack. Don't worry for that. No, not required. Prashant Singh and not required to understand C and C++. The required basics of C and C++ I will discuss. Don't worry for that. Okay. And 4 bytes of memory for integers in Java, sir. In C and C++, 2 bytes of memory only. Dinesh Kumar. 4 bytes of memory in Java for integer, but in C and C++, 2 bytes of memory. I will take that point also later on. Don't worry for that. Yeah. Yeah, please take it. Yeah, Prashant, don't worry. Then these are the introduction class only. No programming was started. Okay, then and very soon we are going to start our programming. Don't worry for that. Yeah. Definitely. Every class is recorded. Then you will get videos. Don't worry. It's not certification course. It's just normal training class only. Okay. To get videos, maybe within 1 or 2 days, some time you will get videos, guys. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. అస్సలకి complete purely Java. అస్సలకి నార్మల్ ఇంటీజర్స్ ఇవి ఎట్లా చెప్తున్నామో అంతే, అంతే మించి ఏం లేదు. Ankit Suryavamshi, just send a request mail to Durgasoft online training @gmail.com. Okay. Then our people will contact with you about this admission. Don't worry for that. Yeah, Prashant Singh. Then in Java side, with only core Java, we can't do anything. We have to learn up to frameworks. Full stack Java is sufficient, but we have to learn it. It's not core Java certification course, Shivashankar. It's a normal training only. Yeah, Irfan, I'm answering questions there. Just can you please type it once again? Irfan, I haven't seen any message from your side. Audio is not coming. I think it's very clear. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We can practice either along with me or you can practice in our own way. No issues. But in the class, I will show all programmatic things and all practicals I will cover inside the class. Don't worry for that. Okay. Hey. In doubt? Okay, okay, okay. Good, good. 2 years back you studied. Okay, okay. You're working there. Where? Amdocs, Pune. Okay, good. Pune is the head office for Amdocs. You came from Pune. Acha, 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 fine. Okay, 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 okay. Nice. Good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, definitely, guys, and you are able to get certificate from this. Don't worry. At the end of the course, you will get certificate. Yeah, sure. Sneha. Yeah, Irfan, definitely you will get it everything. Don't worry. Rajendra, and yes, you can join with these courses, no problem. But you can put some experience. Then only you will get chances. Rajendra. Yeah, yeah. Vijay Surya, just at the end of the class. After the class, you will get material and everything. Don't worry. Yeah, sure. Rajendra, just okay, good. Don't worry, Rajendra. Then by try to attend the classes regularly, you will get everything. Yes, Ravi. In the morning only, all classes are going on. Don't worry. 8:30 to 10. This is the time, and 7 to 8:30. I'm going to utilize 2 sessions effectively. Yeah, Ravi. Yes, exactly. Rajendra, as of now, just you can start with the Java, core Java, then continuously you can attend for the classes there. Then full stack, I'm going to announce that full stack Java very soon, so we can utilize it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else, guys? Yeah, Shivashankar, you will get certificate from Durgasoft. After the course, you will get certificate. Durgasoft certificate you are able to get. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Rajendra. Total duration for full stack online. See, first full stack online batch not yet confirmed. Core Java class I am taking at present. But full stack, I will intimate to you very soon. By the time we can attend, it may take 6 to 7 months of time to complete it. Yeah, logic binding also, Irfan, definitely. Logics also we'll discuss. Number of examples we'll discuss. Programming part I have not started so far. Very soon I will start. Once I start the programming part, you will get all the logics related examples also. Okay. Anything else, guys? Thank you. Thanks a lot. Right, guys. Anything else? Shall we meet on tomorrow? Yes. Can we? Shall we meet on tomorrow, guys? Bye, Savita. Bye. Yes, Manu. Bye. Good day. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. Meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll see the remaining content. Thank you.